Everybody thinks that they can level up or like get a better deal. As a freelancer, I see it in the business world, but then I also see it in dating and relationships. Everyone thinks that they can get more for doing less. I have a lot to say about this actually, because it's just starting to feel like nobody wants to put in any work anymore. Like nobody wants to actually put in the reps and do the work. The internet has convinced everyone that they're a rock star. I feel like a lot of relationships are failing, especially like Gen Z, zillennial relationships are struggling really hard because there's this camp of us that really got sucked into self-improvement culture and self-improvement content. And we genuinely think that everything is just a battle to do better than the last. Obviously, I love that shit. My whole channel is about like self-improvement. I also hate what that means. Are any of us gonna actually find a committed long-term relationship? When do you actually commit? Like when do you actually decide to commit to a partner? It kind of feels like the same relationship that would have worked 10, 20, 30 years ago just does not work today, because these days everyone is aware of how many options they have. Everyone is aware that they can level up. The safety net that was a relationship in previous years, previous generations, just doesn't exist anymore. Like people would get into a relationship and then just kind of coast and then just feel safe, have all their needs met, everything's cool, everything's fine. But I think young people today are realizing like, no, that's how you get stuck. That's how you get trapped. And that's how you start like stagnating. How can a long-term relationship actually succeed and be possible when both people know their worth and they know that they can do better? They won't have to like do that much work on themselves with a lesser evolved partner. They won't be expected to put out as much effort, but yet they can still get a high yield. They're gonna get a high return because they still have a relationship that's meeting their needs and shit. For everyone, like it's getting to this point where it feels like, what are you actually willing to invest a significant amount of your resources into if you genuinely have this belief you can just keep hopping from relationship to relationship? I'm just gonna keep leveling up. Oh, what I get after this is gonna be better than the last. Thinking that you can level something up all the time just leads you to constant suffering. Desire stems from discontentment or just being ungrateful for what you have in the present moment. You can never be finished. Every season of life asks something different of you. If this is the path that we're on, this is our trajectory, I really question whether or not you can ever land. Well, don't settle, like you should never settle. And it's like, yeah, you shouldn't settle for less, but like, I can always do better. I can always do better. I can always do better. Oh, this relationship sucked. I can do better. It's like, no, it was a great relationship. Like there was nothing wrong with it. I don't think we're ever gonna actually make it anywhere because like, we're just strivers. We're just strivers. We're builders. We're level uppers, but we're not happy. I feel like people just don't like people in relationships do not commit anymore because they're always looking for the next thing. Like they're always just like shopping around to see what else is out there. If I think about it too hard, it makes me feel really numb. Yeah, I love that I'm a hustler. I love that I'm grinding towards my goals. But at the end of the day, like I would love to just land one day. Like I would love to just like be somewhere. And I just really wonder if the high value partners that I'm attracting are ever going to truly want that. Does by definition being high value mean that you are always seeking to grow your value, always seeking to expand your value, always seeking to just like get better and better, and you never actually exist?